I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 267 of the Strap SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam
Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the drill by now. Before I kick off the episode, my usual housekeeping message of please head over to our Instagram page, the Strap SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, the Strap SZN Pod. Link in the bio on both of those pages there, and that will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like the audio stuff, the usual links such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., those links are there. And if you like the visuals, you also have a YouTube link there as well, and also the TikTok link there as well if you prefer the short form content. But make sure you do that for us, guys. Much appreciated. Flowz, as always, how are you doing, my bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks, man. Not too bad. Lean week of boxing action. But there is something a few things we can talk about, I suppose. Bro, I want to start with, I think, what was the talk of the town, or the talk of, like, the weekend. We have another Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis Twitter spat, which we've seen a few times with Gervonta anyways, and Shakur. Actually, obviously, I think before then, we're seeing clips from because I know you didn't watch the full. I know, in fact, I know you didn't watch nothing.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're seeing clips. I didn't watch it, but we're seeing it's obviously, you know, the timeline, the pictures and whatnot. Obviously, this is all stemming from, I think, really and truly the Gervonta Davis Jake Paul exhibition fight, which we know is going down. And I think there was a presser. I think, as usual, some words were exchanged, and then we saw the face-off as well. But forget that side, because that is a fight we're not going to focus on. We're not even going to watch that fight if we're keeping it buck, bro. I ain't anyways. I know you ain't. Cool. But yeah, how do we get from that to Gervonta and Shakur beefing on Twitter for the umpteenth time? Because it's happened before, like I said. Funny enough, Flowz, I think this all started from what I saw, when I tapped in from. This started from the great boxing troll himself on Twitter, and you know exactly who that is, Flowz. If I say there's one boxing troll account on Twitter, who do you think it is?
Yeah, what's his name? Troll account? What's his name? Is it Ray Boxing?
Ray Jackson. Ray Jackson, yeah. Ray Jackson. Probably the greatest boxing troll ever. Funny guy.
Troll.
Elite troll. And I think a fan has posed a question to Gervonta about, why don't you fight Shakur, this, that. And I think Ray Jackson sort of chimed in and said, Gervonta in his usual fashion has dismissed Shakur and dismissed him as easy work, basically. And Ray Jackson has chimed him and said, well, if he's so easy, why don't you fight him, bro? Like, come on, like, you gave us this hit list a couple of years ago about remember the hit list he said?
Yeah.
Haney, Shaq, T.O., Loma, all on the hit list. Cambosis, he said no, though. But everyone else, he was like, yep. You know, it's been all this time, and we still haven't got anyone on the hit list. What's going on, basically? And obviously, Gervonta has clapped back, I think, basically accusing Ray Jackson of dick riding and whatnot. And that's when Shakur has now chimed in. And yeah, a flurry of tweets between both of them. Just to sum it up in a nutshell, what's it called? Gervonta is saying, he said to Shakur, basically, how much are you making to fight T.O.? Like I said, you was hurt. This is talking back there, you know, that sparring session, apparently, which Gervonta always says that he hurt Shakur. You was hurt, and you know, that's what he mentions right now. I know what I did to you when we sparred. You know how it feels. You're just trying to get a payday, but I'm turning my back. Get out the mud, pussy. Shakur's clapped back saying, that's how I know you soft. I can't even go back and forth with you. You rather pop him in social media than get it in the fire because you'll get embarrassed. Peace and blessings upon you. Gervonta's clapped back again. He said, you know, you're the one that runs around. I'll bring the fight to you. You're a made-up character. Shakur then said you took a knee in the middle of your last fight, like an amateur, talking about you got grease in your eyes, all because the fight was getting tough. Then you get on here crying about people being fake when you're the fakest guy in boxing. He didn't say guy, he said other words, but yeah. What happened to your 6-7 fight deal? Obviously, it's real spicy, by the way. I'm summing up nicely, Flowz, but you know the kinds of words these lot are throwing out there, which I can't be repeating on this platform too tough. But yeah, it's Gervonta said that it basically said they're trying to cash you out. Nobody wants to see you fight because you're boring, with your big ass gap pushing narratives, blah blah. They basically implied that promoters lose money trying to promote Shakur because he's not exciting to watch. And Gervonta even said your own daughter said you almost got knocked out, and then Shakur was like, I'm done with you. I wish you all the best in your career. I'm better than you in boxing, and I'm satisfied with that. You're using my daughter to try and make a point. You're finished, basically. And Shakur has now gone and said that he's turned his back on it, trying to fight Gervonta because obviously he believes that Gervonta doesn't want it. And yeah, that's that really. And Gervonta is claiming that he's also not looking to give Shakur a payday. So he's openly admitted, Gervonta, that he ain't trying to fight Shakur. I think there was another tweet saying, he mentioned the other side of the street again. Gervonta, he said he's not trying to help the other side out. And yeah, he's good. He's looking to apparently retire after this next Jake Paul fight. Yeah, man. Obviously, we've had many choice words, Flowz, about Gervonta Davis. I think last time we spoke about him, you called for him to retire, to be fair. I think you called him a loser. And he should retire. Again, back in the day, remember, Flowz, we used to try and give him a bit of leeway and say it was his team, Mayweather, all that kind of stuff. But we've been saying he's left Mayweather a long time ago. It's not, we can't just keep blaming his team. It's clearly him. And his tweets and his actions, to me, obviously, as we said before, Flowz, confirm what Gervonta Davis is on. I think that boy's scared. Yeah, he has no interest in fighting these guys. And it's a crying shame.
Yeah, Gervonta Davis is the most boring person in boxing for me. I've been frustrated with him for a long time. Or even on the come-up, really. I've been frustrated with him. With some of his antics in the ring, behavior out the ring, choice of opponents, the way he talks, get a belt, that he doesn't fight people. Look, I can't name one fight he's fought that I've called on him to actually have. Look, we've talked about Tank enough. Look,
maybe only the Ryan Garcia fight, if we're to say anything.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Look, I was happy with the Pedraza fight, but other than that, it's just strategic moves, cherries. You're willing to give all these other guys paydays who don't deserve it, but the fights we want to see you fight, it's one barrier, one hurdle that you keep erected for these guys to try and jump over, and never gets made. I hope he loses to Jake Paul, and I hope he retires, man. It's as simple as that. I saw the tweets. I didn't read any of them. I'm tired. I'm not paying him any mind. I hope he retires, and yeah, like Shakur says, I wish him all the best. But, do what you got to do. He's hiding behind the guise of, I'm making all this money, that's why I don't need to fight, whatever. Cool. Retire.
Yeah, simply put, bro. It's like I said, he's been a frustrating character his entire career. And it hurts because, not hurts, but it's annoying in it because you can see someone who's clearly really, really good at boxing and does get bums on seats, exciting to watch. But simply just doesn't give a damn about fighting competition or potentially letting go of that. Or, as we said, that's the Floyd mold in him. And we knew he was going to be a cash cow and they're going to try and milk him like this throughout his career. I just didn't think he'll go on for this long. But you know what, to be honest, I did, to be fair, I did know it was going to go on for this long. We've seen something like this happen before. But it's just annoying when part about it, I tell you what annoys me the most is the fact that he talks so smoky. He dismisses these guys like they're so, because obviously he spoiled all these guys. He dismisses them like they're absolute food. And I'm just there thinking, okay, if that's the case, go get that easy dub, surely. That's the easy dub, right, Flowz? Get that easy dub. And the parameters he puts on people are just so unfair. Let alone, we haven't even talked about the whole rehydration clause stuff that you like to do. Yeah, man, it stinks. And Shakur's a G.
You know what, with Tank, I almost understand why. Because you look at his mentors, you look at the people who came before him. Obviously, Floyd, that's one roadmap. Undefeated, kept his own, made millions. The person who was meant to succeed Mayweather was Adrian Broner, the guy who kind of brought Gervonta around.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened to him when he took an L. Or where he almost stepped. Look, you can't say Adrian Broner ducked or didn't step in there with anyone.
Yeah, Broner didn't duck no one.
Broner didn't duck. Broner stepped in there with wanted all the smoke, jumped up weight classes, fought tough opponents. But we saw what happened when he lost. He was the heir to the throne. Not after that loss. And then maybe you look at Errol Spence as well. What happened? How Errol Spence was treated after he lost to Crawford. Yeah, no love there really. So you can always see why Tank's doubling down on his position and not even willing to risk it because he's making bread and he doesn't really have to fight any killers. So yeah, I understand it, but stop all the talking about easy work and all the things.
Word, bro.
Buddy, time, man. I ain't wasting my breath, man.
Yeah, man. And yeah, everything about him is frustrated, Flowz, as you said, in the ring, outside the ring. The domestic violence cases, like, it's constant. Again, just not a good person in that sense. The fact that it's always known me from day one, the fact that he loves to talk smoky, but he's quick to delete his tweets. I was saying to you, as I was scrolling, trying to catch up on everything, I'm there seeing this tweet's not available. Next thing I know, his account's gone. So he's suspended his Twitter. He deleted his Twitter account off the back of that spat. Yeah, man, it's just, annoying. Like, if you're going to say something, at least stand on it and stand on business, right? But he doesn't even do that. So, everything about him gives phony, I guess, Flowz, and gives, just unserious. So, as we said, we don't even, when we talk about those 4 kings and whatnot, and those guys, we don't even mention his name anymore. We always say it's Tio, Devin, and Shakur, and these lot we want to see get in, because we already know by default that Tank is not going to be a fixture. And he's not going to be around for it. So it is what it is, man. Good luck to him. All the best. Shout out to the Jake Paul jug. That's what I heard. It's like, I think, 50 M's for him or something like that. Nice. Good payday. But yeah, it's funny you said that, you hope he loses Jake. Is it even a win-loss situation? It's an exhibition, right?
Jesus, I hope he gets stopped. That would be funny.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny.
But okay, Flowz, enough about a unserious boxer. Let's talk about someone serious. Moses Itauma.
Yes.
Moses Itauma. Do you want to let the listeners know what the news is on that one?
Yeah, so it seems that IBF ordered a final eliminator for Alexander Usyk's IBF World Heavyweight title between Moses Itauma and the Cuban, Frank Sanchez.
Frank Sanchez, yeah.
And it seems Moses Itauma has rejected that opportunity. So I've not really preed the fallout from people or what people's opinions are. I have my...
Neither have I.
What do you make of it? Yeah.
Good job, Moses. Good job. Good job, Moses.
Yeah.
That is my reaction to it, Flowz. Cracking job, Moses. I've said it. Wait out Usyk. They keep trying to push this Usyk-Itauma fight for 2026. We ain't trying to see that. He knows he's not ready, Flowz. He knows it's unnecessary to happen now. He probably beats Frank Sanchez. First of all, I'm even surprised that Frank Sanchez is still ranked so highly.
Yeah.
Only because I know he lost to Caballero. I know he's won his fight after that, but it was against a no-name opponent. But I didn't think he would bounce back straight into, number one contender, a final eliminated sort of contention after that loss to Caballero. So that surprised me. But Moses probably deals with him. But the bottom line is he's not ready for Usyk now, and he won't be ready for Usyk next year. If he can, I will try and wait out Usyk as long as possible and get some more fights under your belt. I think we sort of earmarked the roadmap that we want to see from him in terms of the level we want to see him fight next and stay at that level before he gets that Usyk fight, if Usyk is still around. So for me, Flowz, I think he's made the right decision. If people are saying he's ducking or scared, let them say that. Itauma he's a rookie still. So, yeah, why rush it, man? Why rush it? If you can try and wait out that guy, wait him out, man.
Yeah, I agree. And look, they probably have a roadmap. His team. He's got a fight in November, or he's going to be lined up to fight in November. Not sure who the opponent is. I know David Adelai's name was in the mix, and maybe some other names. But yeah, look, you got to take your time with Moses, man. You have to take the time. There's no point rushing him or throwing him in the deep end already. You can say that, oh, this is his opportunity to earn it, but even then, I don't think it is. Frank Sanchez I don't think should be in that position. I don't think Moses should be in that position for Final Eliminator.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, yeah, we've talked about this after his last fight. People are going to be clamoring for him, but it's a good opportunity to keep learning your trades, keep improving, have more than one round, get people out of there, 2 rounds, get people out of there. So yeah, I think it's a smart move. Now, people might disagree with us and call us hypocrites. That, I thought you were the best to fight the best. Go crazy. But this is, like we said, this is a rookie. That's like us saying Dilla Mason and Tank should fight or something crazy. We're not saying that. Yeah, we're not calling for rookies to fight the elite. We've always been consistent with that. Even with Boots, our guy, we've said Boots should take his time before stepping in with Crawford, for example. We've always advocated for the rookies to learn their trades, be active, keep learning, and go through the levels. And we've seen it bite certain fighters almost negatively. So yeah, I think it's a smart decision by Moses. He has plenty of time. It's the truth. Plenty of time.
Word, bro, word. Usyk's got a couple of fights left to have hope, I think. I'm not saying hope, but I think anyways. But yeah, man, let Moses play his trade at a different level for now before any of that stuff happens. It's a no-brainer to me, bro. It's a no-brainer to me. There's no need to rush this kid. He's still got, as you said, he needs to get past 6 rounds or whatever it is. I don't even know what. Yeah, I do. But yeah, I don't think he's had more than a 6 rounder. So for him to then potentially have Usyk lined up for 2026 or back end of 2026 makes 0 sense for his career, man. So yeah, smart move. Let him play his trade.
We're seeing what experienced champions, prime champions, how Usyk's treated them. And you would have
This is the guy that beat 3 of Britain's finest, Tyson, AJ, and Dubois twice each. He's 6-0.
Bro. Bellew was fighting better than we've ever seen him.
Oh, and Bellew and Chisora, like he's killed Britain.
You want to feed him a rookie because
yeah,
let's not do that.
Yeah,
let's not do that.
For sure. In boxing news, Flowz, you obviously brought to my attention that I guess we should mention it because it's a first. We ain't seen it before. But there is a DAZN card in Nigeria happening on Wednesday the 1st. Flowz, you want to read out guess who's on it, or who the names that you've seen on that card?
Who is it? I think it's headlined by Marcus Brown. And who's he up against?
He's up against a guy called Brandon Glanton.
Yeah,
American fighter. Never heard of him, but yeah.
Yeah. Britain's very own Dan Aziz is on the undercard against a Nigerian.
Yeah.
His name Adeosu. I never heard of him. But
so this event, Flowz, I did whilst we were, speaking, I was like, let me do some research on this. So it's actually a joint event by Balmoral Group Promotions, and Amir Khan Promotions. And after doing some further research, so Balmoral Group Promotions is a Nigerian events and promotions company that recently partnered with Amir Khan Promotions for a series of boxing events. And obviously the first one is going to be this one on October the 1st on Wednesday. And yeah, that's been picked up by DAZN. So interesting news there. I wasn't aware of this, but yeah, it's a Nigerian promotion company partnered with Amir Khan. I don't know what Amir Khan's doing in that, but fair play. And yeah, apparently the collaboration aims to create global content series, host 3 major fight nights, and launch a youth development program to foster Nigerian boxing talent. So yeah, interesting Khan's involvement there, like I said. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen, I've even heard of it, a major boxing card, broadcasts showing a boxing fight.
I mean, for it to be on DAZN, it's great news, to be fair. Yeah. I hope it sets out to do what it needs to do. Man, boxing's a global sport. Back in the day, they were fighting all over the world, right? You know, like Zaire, back when it was called Zaire, Britain, Manila, like these, you know, it's meant to be a global sport, right? Yeah, it doesn't need to just be the usual places, obviously UK, US, and now Saudi. It's good to see these fights from other locations broadcast and then bringing that sort of world element back to boxing. I hope it goes well. Hey, if we get to see some new upcoming Nigerian boxing talent, I'm all for it as well. So yeah, that's dope. And it's good that they got Dan Aziz on there as well. Obviously, he's Nigerian too. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, Flowz, another short and sweet one for this week, but I think we can leave it there unless you have anything more to add.
So a bunch of old names that I thought were retired. Breakhouse is in action in Norway. Masternak in action in Poland. Kuzmin in action in Russia. I thought all these guys had called it a day.
Let me check. How old are these guys now? Sergey Kuzmin must be 40s, surely.
Masternak.
Sergey Kuzmin, innit?
Yeah.
Masternak we saw get knocked out by Belly, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kuzmin's 38.
Breakhouse got to be close to 40-something.
She was in her 40s when she lost her titles, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Masternak 38 as well. I'm pretty sure Breakhouse was in her 40s when she lost her titles. So.
Yeah, she was. Might be 45 or something.
44. Flipping hell, man. Bloody hell.
Maybe these are, I don't know. I want to say these are them bowing out, but there's bread in boxing now, so I don't know if they're...
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
We'll see. It's never that. Nah, it's never that, man. But I guess... Wait. What is this I'm seeing? That can't be the same Danny Garcia.
Wait.
No, I'm just looking at upcoming. I'm seeing 18th of October. I'm seeing Danny Garcia versus Daniel Gonzalez, but that surely is not
Danny Swift.
Danny Swift. No. It is. Oh my gosh, Danny Garcia still goes. Yeah, it is. 18th at the Barclays. Danny Swift is back in action.
Can't let it go. It might even be a middleweight.
Man can't let it go.
He's not making weight. It might be a middleweight.
It's going to be at super welterweight, so 154. Flipping
I don't hear making the weight.
What was Swift's last fight?
I think it was that super.
It was last year, to be fair. Oh yeah, Lara. He lost to Lara last year. Remember for the middleweight title. Bloody hell. Hang it up, though, man. Come on, guys. It's enough. That's so funny. But next week, anyways, Flowz, we've got some good ones. Obviously, we know Boots is back in action next week. There's another big UK card, I swear, next week. I can't remember, but yeah, we'll discuss that when the time comes. Yeah. All right, then, Flowz. This has been episode 267 of Strap SZN Podcast. Once again, your boy Kam
Flowz.
And as always, you know where to find us on the streaming platform, people. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
7, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.